Alright, hello guys. This is our project. We're Team Lucky Labyrinth. As you can see, we're in VR right now, and our team has 4 members. Me, Jikun Liu, and we have Yu Xuandong is piloting the VR system. Qian Lufeng, which is our design director, and Brock Marmara. He's gonna be introducing you guys the game.
Hey guys, so taking a look at our project at a pretty high level, we wanted our world kind of to be a culmination of open world elements as well as some maze design. So as you can see, our first level is pretty large, which allows players to have freedom to explore and complete the maze in whichever way they see fit. So you can see here that we're actually participating in our first obstacle. So in this section, you have a set time with a portal that gets activated to collect all of the shining guideposts that'll activate the portal, which will send you to a different location on the map. And so having this open world design and different strategies allows players to have a variety of options so they can strategize their routes and see which ones are the most efficient and effective. So as you can see here, we've now teleported inside of one of our structures. And we are just continuing on our quest of collecting these mystic orbs. So we chose to use these orbs in a way that kind of resembles checkpoints. It seemed to be the clearest progression system that we could put in to link all parts of this first level together. And as you can see up here, there's a nice little mountain blocking our path. So we'll have to figure out a way to get past that. So I'll use some of this time to talk about our original project description. So overall, I believe, and our team believes, that our project definitely hit all the major milestones that we wanted to incorporate into our final build. I mean, as you can see, the end result is a maze game that incorporates many mini games and puzzles. And I mean, after playing through this several times as a developer, there's definitely an optimal strategy that a player could take to kind of master timing and efficiency in this level, as well as the second one that you'll see somewhat shortly. Some constraints that we had were limiting this to only a single player experience, as well as only having 2 playable levels at the moment. We chose to do this simply because of time constraints in the class, as well as kind of getting as much as we could into each level to make them feel full. So yeah, I would say if we had more time on this project, maybe a few more weeks, the class ran a little bit longer, we'd probably add some of that additional level, some additional levels, as well as like enemy encounters and other features. So as you saw there, collecting more and more of the checkpoints progresses you farther in this level. So the mountain actually sunk into the ground, and now we have our first little, or second little mini game. So yeah, I was impressed that we got full VR functionality with this section, especially with this HMD display. It's a little bit harder to get some of the mechanics for first-person shooters, but we managed to do well. As you can see, the animations are nice and crisp. Aiming seems to work very effectively. This last one's giving it a little bit of trouble. Alright. Now the door is open so we can continue on our quest. And here we see our final checkpoint. Just F6 not to clutter the user with too much. too many objectives. We wanted it to be more free-flowing. 6 is the number that we settled on, and then we'll slowly make our way around the map. So as you can see, this first level is very, very large. It does have a nice flow to it, I will say. Everything seems to go. The pieces fit the puzzle. So as you can see here, we're now entering some gates, and we'll be exploring up the mountainside. Alright, so now that we have our 6 mystic orbs, we can go ahead and teleport to our next scene, or level 2. And this will go ahead and place us inside of our kind of castle dungeon collab final level. And so one of the things that's abundantly clear, if we had more time, some more polish that we could put on this project, would kind of be to have this second scene render in a little bit faster, simply because it has so many assets in the scene that it needs to load up. We encounter slight frame rate issues, so it would be nice if we had time to kind of fix that, but for the time being it runs smooth enough, very playable. And yeah, we've incorporated it in a way where when the user's walking forward, there's usually 3 to 4 paths that they can take, so they have that freedom of exploring every corridor and mystery that we have presented. Taking a look at our basement section, we can see clearly that the player is definitely not allowed across the bridge, so that means that there must be something else that we need to do in order to get that functionality to progress. So here we'll be heading up, and as you'll see in this ballroom, there'll be many enemies that'll kind of patrol the area, and they'll follow you when you get close. If the player does happen to touch them, there are colliders set on these enemies that'll teleport them back to the start of the room. So gotta essentially try and keep your evasion up, avoid these guys, and grab that magic spellbook that you just saw. And so we've set this in a way that'll allow it so that after the spellbook is grabbed, the bridge from the lower section, the basement level, will appear out of the lava, and we will be able to walk across it. So yep, now that we completed the challenge, we are fully able to progress through our second level. And heading through these doorways here, we should see our final room. So this is essentially the conclusion of our game. I would say that overall, this project was pretty daunting simply because none of us had used Unity before. But as far as scripting, getting these environments to work in VR, those were all like somewhat straightforward. Some issues that we had with Unity itself, though, were that upon having teleportation to other scenes as additional levels, the lighting, if it wasn't pre-rendered or pre-generated, would appear kind of darker, and textures would be missing from assets. So we fixed this by pre-generating the lighting into a baked light map, as well as just teleporting with the portals. In the first scene, we saw that, or we noticed that it didn't quite use normal coordinates. It had used relative coordinates, so that was more just trial and error. But yeah, so this is Lucky Labyrinth. Hope you guys enjoy.